So we are SCORE, and we are all part of the Women in Business. I'm Jane DeLong. I'm the workshop chair for the Greater Phoenix SCORE chapter, and I'm champion. And we have several champions here for Women in Business. We're all about trying to guide, coach, offer networking to small business women. I've been with SCORE for 3.5 years. So we do have a group. It's called the Women in Business Entrepreneurial Exchange. We're all about networking and learning. We engage with our peers and competitors, and we make connections. We want to build strong networks. So if you have been to one of our in-person workshops, let's do a poll. We've had several this year and a couple last year. Can we do a poll, Crystal, and see who has been to one of our in-person networking events? Oh, we got some good raised hands there.
Yes, we'll just use the chat. For some reason, my poll did not pull.
Oh,
so
okay.
Sorry about that.
Well, it's in the chat. Well, while you're telling us if you've been to in-person, we'll tell you about SCORE. We were formed in 1964 as a resource partner to the U.S. Small Business Administration. We've helped over 11 million people. Our mission is to foster vibrant small business communities. So we are here to help, and we're volunteers. Our mission is that every person has the support necessary, and your success is our success. We offer free mentoring. Get on our website, find a mentor. You can spend an hour. If you click with that person, you can sign up for another more and more times. Some people have been with their mentors for years. So we are all about mentoring, and it can be for any stage of your business, startup, ongoing, exiting, and we have 10,000 volunteers across the country. If you don't find one in the Phoenix area you click with, you can look outside the area. So SCORE is a great service to small businesses. And we here in our Greater Phoenix, if you're ever interested in being a mentor or a volunteer or even a non-volunteer presenter, you can apply, and there's a few modules to take, but just let me know. And let's see. Oh gosh, this was the question I was asking. And okay, I'm going to go straight to the survey. Please reply to the survey when you'll get it in a day or two. It'll come after our event here. So I think I already asked you who's been here, and we really want you to know that SCORE has resources. So get on the site, look for different templates. I found these the other day. There's some information on crowdfunding, women network groups. There's tips. We're a great resource. And we also, this is a new program we have. It's called CEO Forums. And if you're in a situation where you have a company that has revenues of at least $1 million, you can join a CEO forum. So again, check out the website. There's a click up there on the main website to find out more about CEO forums. That's a fun one. Okay, a few things we have coming up. Now, this is exciting. We're doing this workshop today. It's one of our first that we've done on Zoom. As you know, we've done the other ones in person. And we're going to do one more webinar. No, Zoom, we see your faces. Zoom workshop. And it's August 16th. And it's all about putting a value proposition together. Thelma Elaine is on the Zoom here today, and she's going to tell you a little bit about it. Thelma?
Hi, everybody. So the idea is that we're going to explain to you what a value proposition is, how to craft one, give you some time to give you all the tools and explanation of what to do, give you some time to craft initial one, and then practice delivering it 3 or 4 times with a small group of people, come back, give you a little more time to polish it, and then share it with the big group. So it'll be value propositions are used really nice when someone says, so what do? You can do it in 30 seconds, and instead of like trying to tell a long story, and it's clear and concise and precise, and we're hoping that we can help you do that.
Well, we are really looking forward to that. Thanks, Thelma. And that's, put it on your calendar. You need to register August 16th. It's going to be, you need to budget for this, $5. But today I'm going to market this. Today only, you will know about this free code. So you don't have to pay the $5. And in the maybe in the chat box, Crystal, will we put the registration link? It's VP5 free. So you can either get on our website, find the workshop, and
I do want to say it's actually 9:30 to 11:30, same as this one.
oh my,
And I think it's advertised that way everywhere.
yes.
So.
So my thank you, Thelma. 9:30. That is a much better time than 9. I'm still brushing my teeth. VP5 free. You got it? Did you write it down? It'll be good forever, but I'm not going to market it again. All right. So a few other things we have coming up. September 20th, where we will have a Women in Business Summit. Now those times are right. Oh, it might be 3:30. Anyway, it starts at 9. Lunch included, and it's at the Arizona Commerce Authority. And there should be a link in the chat to sign up for that. And before I say a little bit more about that, I just want you to put on your calendar October 11th, November 8th, we'll be in person again. Our in-person events have drawn at least 50 people. It's really exciting. We've had fun networking with each other, and we learn, we network. And okay, a little bit more about September 20th. And there, see, now we have the right time, 9 to 3:30. And here is our flyer. Darlene's one of the presenters that day. You see her beautiful picture up there? Darlene, tell us about the Women in Business Summit.
I'm so excited to be one of the speakers along with Terry. Terry will also be speaking. And this summit, we did this once before, and it's designed to empower you. So we're bringing in, 5 key speakers to help answer all your business questions and challenges. And we also provide you lunch. So you have a jam-packed day, but you have the opportunity not only to learn from us, but from each other, because it will be quite a large group. I don't remember how many the event will host, Jane, but I highly recommend that people register early, because this is extremely popular and it will fill out. So I'm hoping to see you all there.
Yes, it will fill up, and register soon. It's $39. That's lunch and coffee and maybe a donut. Well, a high protein donut.
Yeah.
So the link should be there for that. And also we'll be doing some good networking so that you can meet other people, put your cards out there. So, and all right, we ready for today's feature event? And it is Terry Ambrose, and she is going to be talking about artificial intelligence. And boy, is she amazing. I just love listening to Terry.
What? Thank you.
You're welcome. So
Hi, everybody.
away. Yeah.
I am really excited to teach you guys about AI this morning. I know that it's new on the scene, and some of you know some about it. Some may know nothing about it. Some may know a lot about it. I'm going to be teaching you about it as it relates to business marketing. So this is going to be a lot to do with content creation programs. And I should warn you, this is going to be very fast-paced. There's going to be a lot involved. I'm just going to go whip through these programs and tell you about them so that you can get an idea of what's out there. But fear not. And by the way, yes, this was created with AI. I'm sure you guys are probably getting used to images created with AI. I know now my eye is always looking, and I zoom in. I'm like, even pictures that look realistic, I'm like, I don't know. Is that AI? Is it not AI? But I want to tell you, Crystal's going to be providing, and in fact, maybe it's in the chat box, Crystal. I'm not sure if you put it in there, but this PDF is going to be given to you. It's 2 pages. These are all the programs we're going to cover. And when you open the PDF, these are all live links. You can just go right to the program. You don't have to do that today. This is just to say, sit back and just watch this presentation. Don't worry about taking notes. Don't worry about finding the program or whatever. You're going to get a recording of this and you're going to get this PDF. So you'll be all set. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about me. I am the SCORE Greater Phoenix Marketing Chair. I have a reverb. Somebody's got, there we go. Like someone's got their volume on. So
I'll
I'm
try and catch them quick.
thank you. SCORE Greater Phoenix Marketing Chair. I'm a volunteer as well as SCORE is a client of mine also. But I'm really happy, the volunteer part and the other part, of course. But I mean, I love being a volunteer for SCORE because it's such a feeling of just wanting to uplift all you guys, all your small businesses. We've all been there. Everyone in SCORE has had their own business for the most part. Some haven't, but mostly these are people who have been in your position and they just want you to succeed. So there's just a feeling of how can I help, and SCORE volunteers, a lot of them are mentors. Some of them are not mentors, but they can help you get a mentor. And we have a Facebook group. I hope a lot of you are on Facebook because I'd love to have you join that group. I don't know if Crystal also, can you share that link, the Women in Business, SCORE Women in Business Facebook link? I meant to put that in the chat, but I don't think I did. So if you have a moment, but anyway,
Yep,
if you guys,
it's in there.
okay, if you want to join that, that's a great place to ask a question or share your wins or whatever. We want it to be a community for you. On the right here, this is just to say, so I'm a digital marketer and I put my blog up there just to show you, I write a lot about AI. So if you happen to be an AI geek like me, come join me over in my blog. And I write a lot about it. All right, so I want to tell you, and again, another image, of course, created by AI, and I have to give it props for giving me that huge bucket-sized cup of coffee. I'm like, you know me, AI. So sometimes you get weird things like that. The image looks great, and all of a sudden I'm like, that is Land of the Giants coffee cup. But I wanted to say, take the opportunity in this image to tell you to have fun about this. Don't stress. I know even me, I get information overload, techno overwhelm, I call it. But you don't have to do all these things. Just know, like, there's these things out there that can help you. And in the bottom line is that they are going to help you. Like if you were this baker, right, and you have all these marketing things to do, maybe you have to make videos or do your social media. I mean, you guys know what your marketing efforts are. AI is like having a assistant, a really, really smart assistant who knows all this stuff and can help you and help you fast. So let's jump right in. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about AI video tools, tools for selling products, graphic design tools, some social media tools. We'll talk about AI writing tools, and then we'll wrap it up with tools for image creation and editing. So first, AI tools for video, which is, I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun with video these days. 11 Labs will be the first thing we talk about that goes into how to make realistic AI voices. I mean, at first, what I'm going to show you, you're going to be like, that doesn't sound realistic, but it ends up, it does. And 11 Labs is more than just voices, but this is a good time to tell you, like, I'm just going to touch on some of the stuff these programs can do. Obviously, I can't cover all of it. They are, if there's something that piques your interest, go explore the program in full. And some of them are just so amazing. We'll talk about in video. I've created videos with that and posted them in the Facebook group. You might remember as we go through one of them. Videos for making long form videos into short bites for like social media or whatever. The AI knows where to break it. Genmo is an actual text to video AI where you put in the text of what you want the video to do and it creates a video for you. It's very much in its infancy, but when that gets going, it's just going to be amazing. We'll talk about AI avatar driven platforms, and then we'll wrap up with Maverick, which is good for if you are in e-commerce. All right, so 11 Labs, this is the one that gives you the generative AI voice. And I'm going to jump into a video quick. And I should tell you, a lot of these things, I pre-recorded some of the videos because I wanted to just go really fast through these. I didn't want to be like, now let me go open 11 Labs for you. So let's just go ahead and get into it, and I'll show you what that has to offer for you. And tell me, I'm going to play it and then pause for a minute. 11 Labs is, can you guys all hear that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
You selected the sound when you shared, so I think. we can
right. But
hear it.
sometimes it won't share the computer sound. I practiced that it usually does. And every time I have a video meeting now, it usually does. But every once in a blue moon, I'm like, please don't do that this morning. All right, here we go. Very versatile AI voice generator. It basically has all the tools that you need to create voiceovers for your videos, to create audiobook recordings, anything really that you need. Let's jump in and I'll show you some of the things we can do with that. I'll go to the speech section and paste in a paragraph I put together about Score Greater Phoenix, of course. Then I'll go down to the voices area and choose a voice. I'm going to choose Matilda. I've used her before for a client. I like how she sounds. I'll click the Generate Speech button and the AI will begin to generate.
Score Greater Phoenix is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping small business owners and entrepreneurs achieve success. Through free mentoring resources,
Sorry.
Score provides invaluable guidance and support to help businesses grow and thrive.
All right, that sounded okay. Not great. So let's see if we can do some tweaking to the settings and get her to have more variability.
Score Greater Phoenix is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping small business owners and entrepreneurs achieve success. Through free mentoring, workshops, and resources, Score provides invaluable guidance and support to help businesses grow and thrive.
So far, that voice hasn't sounded too bad. It still sounds like AI to me, but it sounds pretty good. But 11 Labs has another iteration of their AI generator, and I think it makes it sound a lot more realistic. Tell me what you think.
Score Greater Phoenix is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping small business owners and entrepreneurs achieve success. Through free mentoring, workshops, and resources, Score provides invaluable guidance and support to help businesses grow and thrive.
Sounds pretty good, right? There's an area in the settings where you can toggle between the two AI generators. Another cool thing you can do is clone your own voice. So I uploaded a bunch of recordings of my voice, and it took that and made a clone of my voice so that whatever I type in, it will say it in my voice. Score Greater Phoenix is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping small business owners and entrepreneurs achieve success. Through free mentoring, workshops, and resources, Score provides invaluable guidance and support to help businesses grow and thrive. Okay, so that was pretty cool, I thought. The funny thing too is when I did the AI or the cloning of my voice, and it goes through free mentoring, I'm like, oh my gosh, I do that, don't I? Like it captured all my strange nuances. But and in some of these, well, I think just one of the videos I did, you'll hear how it'll and I'll tell you which one it is. It's down a ways in one of the other programs I'm going to tell you about, where I used my cloned voice to do part of the video, and then I switched to me. And you can hear the difference. And the difference isn't in my voice itself as much as it is in the clarity, you know, and you can understand why somebody might want to clone their voice, because it just sounds a lot like you don't have any, you have to have a really nice microphone to get that kind of clarity. So I'll tell you when that comes up. But let's jump to a different program. This is InVideo. And InVideo allows you to write a script out actually, you don't write the script. You tell it, here's what I want to do a video of, and it writes the script for you. And then it picks stock images and stock footage to create your video for you. And then you have the chance to edit it if you want to. And I don't know if you guys remember anybody who was in the Facebook group, I had posted this, and I'll show you this video in a minute. And I created it using InVideo. And at the time I was really like, this is amazing. So I was all shouting it out. Before we get into the video, I'll tell you one thing you need to do with these with InVideo is you have to build everything with AI really is making sure you build an effective prompt, because all the AI knows is based on your prompt. So to build that how to publish a book video that I did, here was the prompt that I created. And using all these 6, you want to make sure you let it know the platform, topic, duration, all this stuff here. So I highlighted where I did that, except for any additional details. That's the stuff that I didn't highlight. So create a video for YouTube on how to publish a book, keep the duration to about 1 minute. Start the video by introducing the topic and use the title as the intro text. Then cover each option of how to publish a book, traditional, hybrid, and self-publishing. Keep the language super simple and easy to understand. Conclude the video by asking viewers a question. Use an energetic American female voice for the voiceover. And then here's some little tricker thing I did, which worked out really well. I said, use this blog post for context. And I'm going to show you the blog post. So I had written this blog post here about the 3 types of publishing, self-publishing, traditional, and hybrid. And I went in and I talked about what each one was and, you know, what the pros and cons would be of whether you're self-publishing or traditional or hybrid. And because I wrote the article, then when it created the video and wrote the script, I mean, I knew it had read it because it was using things I had not words exactly I had said, but the basic spirit of what I was saying, you know, where I was saying, look, with self-publishing, be prepared. You have to do it all yourself. It is cool. You can make a lot more money. But so anyway, let's watch the video and see what it came up with.
Today, authors have choices on how they want to publish their book, through traditional methods, self-publishing, or a hybrid of both. Nowadays, it's easier than ever to see your publishing dream come true. First up, traditional publishing. Imagine a team handling everything from editing to marketing so you don't have to. The catch? It might take longer and you'll have less control over the final product. Next, hybrid publishing. This is your middle ground. You get professional help, but with more control than traditional routes and less legwork than going it alone. Remember, hybrid publishing can get pricey and success levels can vary. Lastly, self-publishing. Total control, higher royalties, but you'll need skills. That means marketing, distribution, the whole shebang is up to you. It's perfect for the go-getters ready to take on the challenge. No matter your choice, publishing your book is more accessible than ever. So what are you waiting for? Start your publishing journey today.
All right. So the AI, except for that little branding thing at the end, I did have to add that. And I did change a couple of the slides, maybe 2 or something, because you have the ability to do that. But I think because of this pointing to a blog post, this one turned out I hardly had to change anything. And I was really thrilled with it. I'm going to show you another one to show you exactly how you do it and the opportunity you do have to change some of the content that's in there. So this one we're going to do, you enter the prompt here, and this prompt says, create a video for TikTok this time on 5 morning habits that will change your life. Keep the duration under 45 seconds. Start the video by introducing the topic. Give 5 habits and illustrate each with relevant stock clips. Keep the language super simple and easy to understand. I say that all the time because AI sometimes can talk at a higher level than I want them to. I like it to speak to people as if I'm speaking to them. I don't want it to sound very scholastic or something. Conclude the video by asking viewers which habit they will work on first. Use an energetic American female voice for the voiceover. So you can see I'm using all the things that I said you have to include in your prompt, but they also make it easy for you with these workflows. So say you were doing a YouTube explainer video, it will walk you through. Let's say I click that one. Then here's the prompt that it prompts you for. Create a, how long do you want your video to be? What length? Give a little bit of information, what do you want the video to be about? Do you have any facts or opinions that you really want in there? What kind of background music do you want? The language. So all these things that they will walk you through. You don't have to worry too much about the prompt itself if you don't want to, if you know what you're trying to do here. So I'm going to show you how we created that video. Let's take a look at how InVideo works. First, we're going to put in our prompt and click Generate a Video. The program will prompt you along the way to choose your audience preferences, your look and feel, and which platform you want to create the video for. We specified TikTok in the prompt, so it's already chosen. Hit continue and the AI gets to work. This is sped up. It usually takes a couple minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at what it came up with.
Why are there not more people talking about how powerful morning habits can be? Let's unveil 5 that will change your life. Habit 1, hydrate. Start with a glass of water to kickstart your metabolism and wake up your brain. Habit 2, stretch. Just 5 minutes can boost your flexibility and set a positive tone. Habit 3, meditate. Clear your mind and set your intentions for the day. Habit 4, plan. Spend a few minutes organizing your day to boost productivity. Habit 5, eat a healthy breakfast. Fuel your body with nutrients for sustained energy. Which habit will you start tomorrow? Comment below.
After you watch the video, if you don't like what you see, you can adjust the media, the script, or the music. I'm going to adjust a part of the script that I thought sounded a little odd at the end. I'm going to take comment below and I'm going to pause this for a minute just to say, could you hear the shift? That was the first part of this was done with my cloned voice, and now it's me. Change it to be sure to comment and let us know. Maybe that'll sound better. Once I'm done editing the script, I'll click generate. The AI is processing my request, and you can see below that it's making the changes. I should also point out that I can enter any command I want in this generate field, and it will make the changes to the video accordingly. Now let's go back and edit the media. I'm not really loving this image here, so I did a search for healthy women images and clips. Let's see if we can find something better. I really like this one because it's depicting first thing in the morning. Now let's change that second image. If you're unsure of what the voiceover is saying when that image is on screen, you can tell once you click it because the area in the script below will be highlighted. So for this next one, I'm going to type in women happy life. I didn't find any that I like, so I'm going to try again, this time by searching for woman twirling. I'm thinking if you're twirling, you're happy. This image is perfect, so let's go ahead and replace it. I went through and changed a few more of the images too. Let's play the 45-second video and see how it came out.
Why are there not more people talking about how powerful morning habits can be? Let's unveil 5 that will change your life. Habit 1, hydrate. Start with a glass of water to kickstart your metabolism and wake up your brain. Habit 2, stretch. Just 5 minutes can boost your flexibility and set a positive tone. Habit 3, meditate. Clear your mind and set your intentions for the day. Habit 4, plan. Spend a few minutes organizing your day to boost productivity. Habit 5, eat a healthy breakfast. Fuel your body with nutrients for sustained energy. Which habit will you start tomorrow? Comment below and let us know.
Okay, so I don't think fatty bacon is a healthy breakfast. I'm like, why did I choose that image? I don't know. That was one of the ones I replaced because I thought the one they had, the gal looked really skimpily dressed. I was like, let's change that one. But then I chose it to fatty bacon. Anyway, the thing I want to point out on InVideo too is if it's free to use, except that if you download it, if you're not on the paid plan, It's going to give you this branding and it's going to leave watermarks on the images. I don't know if you noticed some of the images said iStock photo and stuff like that. So if you make a video and you're like, I really love that, it's perfect for marketing my business or for whatever reason, it's like $25 for the month. And then you can do a lot of videos. And that's, I had done when I did my book one, I did pay for it because I also needed to do a video for SCORE and I had another client. So, but this now that I don't have those videos to do, I'm not paying every month $25 because I didn't have them. So when I'm showing you this, you're seeing the free version. So you're getting all the watermarks. So just know, create for free. And then if you want, and you really want it, obviously you don't want those watermarks on there. It looks unprofessional. Then go ahead and pony up the $25. Or if you buy a year, it's like $20 or whatever. But I just do month to month because sometimes they need it, sometimes they don't. All right, so video is the next one we're going to talk about just real briefly. I'm just going to tell you about it. And that is that you have the availability to take a long form video and create, it does a few other things too besides that, but what I use it for is long form videos going to shorter ones. And the AI, here's an example. So I did this Digital Marketing 101, how to market your business online. This was a SCORE webinar I did a while back, and it was an hour and 6 minutes. So ran it through video and it knows where to cut that makes sense. And it'll tell you how long each clip is, and it'll tell you what it's covering, right? This is how to know your buyer persona. And so there'll be a whole, a clip just 2 minutes long of just that section. And so that's the power of this one, is that the AI can do all that legwork for you, because it can take a lot of time, if any of you guys have done that, to go through and be like, okay, start at this time, stop at this time, pull the clip out. Ugh, too much. So this is just real helpful for those of you who do that. All right, this one is fun. Brand new technology, and you've probably heard of text to video and how it's coming out. But it is really in its infancy. So some of the stuff I'm going to show you isn't going to blow your mind or anything, but you can just imagine how good it's going to get. Gotta move you guys all the way. Whoops. There we go. All right, so let me show you what we're talking about here. Okay, for this video, let's put in a prompt that says, create a fun 6-second animation for a bakery. Show a cartoon style baker pulling a freshly baked loaf of bread out of the oven. And then we'll give it a few other details. So let's see what it does. As soon as I push submit, it'll start processing. I've increased the speed on this a lot, so you don't have to wait for all the time it's going to take to finish. I mean, it's not a lot of time, but it's about 2 minutes. So that's a long time when you're sitting watching. Okay, so here we go. Keep in mind, these are only 6-second videos. I have this one looping, so it's actually 12 seconds, just kind of going back and forth there. And then if you want to modify something on the video, you can change the prompt and regenerate it. I'm going to change the words cartoon style to high quality illustration. I'm also going to change the aspect ratio from square to rectangular. Then let's hit submit. Okay, I can already tell that I don't like it. I was looking for something more realistic. So now I'll put in photographic style illustration and let's see how that goes. No, that's not it for sure either. Okay, it's actually finally dawning on me that I said 6-second animation. So let's change that word to video, and then we'll change the style back to high quality photographic style so we can maybe get something a little more realistic looking. Now let's hit submit, see what we get. Okay, I think that is much better. I mean, obviously you can still tell these are AI videos. This one looks kind of like a Disneyland animatron guy, but this is just the early stages of all this. It's going to get better and there's potential here for sure. Okay, I'm going to show you another one. This is what the first one I did, and I didn't realize you could do all the way up. It sounds funny to say all the way up to 6 seconds, but so this was only 2 seconds. It was really quick. And so now you can do 6 seconds, but you know, this time next year, again, it's going to be, I bet it'll be much longer, much more than even double. So let's see what this is. Okay, yeah. I'm asking for a woman walking a dog on a leash in town, include flowers, bright sunny day. The feel should be optimistic and happy. Colorful imagery in detailed, high quality art. So I remember when I first saw this, I thought it did pretty good, you know, listening to, I wanted things, lots of flowers, very colorful, walking down the town or whatever said walking in town, yeah. A dog on a leash. So it, you know, it got all the things I thought was pretty good. You can download these again if it's something, I don't know what the heck I would do with that. But I mean, I could see how for business, you could do some fun things with this, even now at its new, you know, nascent stage here. I'm just going to show you a few more and then we'll jump to another program. Okay, florist arranging colorful bouquet in a bright, cozy flower shop, flowers in full bloom, digital painting. I'm trying to show you the different techniques. So this was cool. I thought that was really pretty. Again, not sure what I would do with it, but so that was digital painting, the AI's interpretation of that. And then the next one, I think I asked for an illustration. Let's see. Busy coffee shop scene with a barista making espresso, steam rising, customers waiting, digital illustration. Yeah, digital illustration. Watch this. I noticed like the somebody walks right through the countertop. I mean, it's kind of it's not perfect. There she goes, right through the countertop. That looks like a Dick Tracy kind of illustration, but you know, it got it down. So very good. Then this one, a chic boutique with stylish clothing on mannequins, warm lighting, elegant decor, fashion illustration. I give it a C- on this because it didn't really give the fashion illustration feel I was looking for. It mostly showed the chic boutique, maybe a little bit of mannequins over there. It's kind of blurry. Wasn't my favorite one. So just one more. This next one I wanted to make a little more photorealistic as much as it would do. So this is baker carefully decorating a cake, intricate frosting designs, bustling bakery. I don't know, it didn't really show that. Photorealism. So see how it is much more photorealistic. Obviously, it's not a photo. Obviously, it is an AI image, but I'm just real excited about the things to come. And of course, you can download these again. All right, so just to wrap that little section up, they're only 6 seconds long, relatively basic compared to what's coming. And I want to show you a little bit about what's coming. It's funny because I feel like even on the what's coming video, I have to say, and this is nothing as much as it's going to be. You know, I just really have a vision that we're going to be doing some pretty sophisticated things with video prompting. So this next one is an example of Sora. That's from OpenAI. They're the creators of ChatGPT. And let's take a look at it. So I'll tell you before we get into the prompt, this is tricky because I have all my Zoom stuff all over the prompt here. But here's what the prompt says. Camera follows behind a white vintage SUV with a black roof rack as it speeds up a steep dirt road. And notice as I'm saying this prompt, when you watch the video, if it does it or not. Speeds up a steep dirt road surrounded by pine trees on a steep mountain slope, kicks up dust from its tires. The dirt road curves gently into the distance with no other cars or vehicles in sight. The trees on either side of the road are redwoods with patches of greenery scattered throughout. The car is seen from the rear, following the curve with ease, making it seem like it's on a rugged drive through rugged terrain. The dirt road itself is surrounded by steep hills and mountains with clear blue sky above with wispy clouds. All right, let's play it. So this one's much longer than 6 seconds. And it's, there's the dirt kicking up, there's the SUV from behind with the roof rack, the mountains on either side, the winding dirt road, the blue sky in the distance, or the blue sky, I mean, with wispy clouds in the distance. So, that I thought was pretty cool and a lot more sophisticated than Genmo. It looks a little more photorealistic than you're getting from Genmo. So we'll see what's gonna come down the road. All right, we're gonna jump into AI avatar-driven video platforms. And these are platforms where you need a spokesperson for your video. You don't want to be the spokesperson. You're going to use an AI avatar. We're going to talk about 3 of these programs: Hour One, Synthesia, and HeyGen. HeyGen, the uniqueness of it is that you can clone yourself and use yourself as the avatar, which when you watch these, I mean, at the stage that they're in right now, why would you clone yourself? I mean, I just think like people are going to respond better to you as you than as an AI clone. But again, this is just to see what's out there and what they're working on and how good it can get. So I'm going to show you a few of them. I need to turn the volume down. These guys are really loud.
Whether you're crafting an email header, perfecting a logo, or putting the final touches on an Instagram post, with MailChimp, you can design more engaging marketing assets in no time at all.
Okay, not bad. This one's maybe even a tiny bit better.
Welcome to Bank Scout, the premier mobile app to easily manage all your bank accounts in one convenient place. Streamlining your finances has never been simpler.
But what you'll notice, and you'll really notice on this next one, is, there's these little quirks, right, that just don't look right. They look like strange. And there's one point where this girl says, like, come in and enjoy. And right when she's saying enjoy, her head's shaking like, no, you're not going to enjoy it. So let's take a look.
Welcome to this weekly report on our company's performance. Take a seat and enjoy this journey. First things first, a massive congrats to our sales team for hitting their targets this quarter. Well done, everyone. So where did all those leads come from?
Okay, so that one to me wasn't very successful because, like, even the well done, everyone, she's like, well done, everyone. Just so not enthusiastic. But anyway, getting there. And one of the cool things is that this I can really see a benefit of, that you can have the avatar speaking in different languages. So if you have clients that are, you want to speak to in a different language, then this is going to work really well for you.
Hey, I'm Ada, one of Synthesia's stock AI avatars. I'm looking forward to helping you create videos. Hallo, ich bin Ada, einer der KI-Avatare von Synthesia. Ich freue mich darauf, dir beim Erstellen von Videos zu helfen. Bonjour, je suis Ada, l'un des avatars IA de Synthesia. J'ai hâte de vous aider à créer des vidéos. Hola, soy Ada, uno de los avatares de IA de Synthesia. Estoy deseando ayudarte a crear videos.
So that was pretty good. I like that. I think that was something that could be of benefit. But so let's talk about these guys for a little bit. So they all kind of do the same thing. They offer customizable avatars, text to speech, create in many languages. Those 4 were just some of them. Pre-designed templates. That just means, like, if you're like, well, I want an avatar, but what else do I do with, I need to put the words somewhere. So they give you like layout designs and stuff. And integration capabilities, meaning you can integrate them with your, website or your email program or whatever you're needing to integrate them with. But right now, especially the possible negatives are the uncanny valley, meaning it's an avatar, and especially when you're dealing, like it's one thing when you're dealing with AI voices. I think when you're dealing with AI people, it feels even more uncomfortable when it's an avatar. And that brings up authenticity concerns, meaning I think that people would rather see you, bumbling as you may be, on your video and all your imperfections than they would a perfectly done avatar one of you or another avatar. So this is not quite there yet, but a lot of people are using them. I mean, they are very popular, and I hate to keep saying it, but only going to get better. All right, this one I really like. This is Maverick, and if you are an e-commerce person, this would be really helpful. So what it does is you record a video of actually you, and you do your best recording, and you only have to do it one time, and then the AI takes your database. In other words, let's say somebody purchases a product. They have to fill out their first name, last name, etc. Well, the way Maverick works is it's integrated with all that and takes that first name field and takes your video and changes the name, whatever name you said to begin with. Now, whenever somebody orders something, it changes the name to them. So I'll show you an example of that. In this example, he's saying, hey, you left something behind in your cart, but you can use this for like a thank you or whatever. Let's take a look so I can show you what I'm even talking about here.
Sophia, I'm Bear, founder and CEO of Bruce Bolt. I noticed you left some stuff behind in your cart. Vanessa, I'm Bear, founder and CEO of Bruce Bolt. Adrian, I'm Bear, founder and CEO of Bruce Bolt. I noticed you left some stuff behind in your cart. You deserve the same.
So he recorded that video one time, and then you notice even the mouth changes. It looks very authentic. And, and it does, like I said, it could be like a thank you. You could be like, Jennifer, thank you so much for buying, for subscribing to our program. I really look forward to blah, blah, blah. So you can do authentic you, but the only thing that changes is their name, and it's automated. You don't have to be like, okay, now Jennifer ordered, I got to do this. No, it just automatically does, it's integrated with your email marketing system. Okay, moving right along, we're going to talk about AI tools for selling products. Basically, what we're talking about here is going to be creating, first of all, CopyMonkey does your SEO, search engine optimization enhancement for Amazon, or you can use it. I show you it for Amazon, but you can use it for other purposes too. And then these last two, Flare and Pebbley, they do professional photo shoots, so stylized photo shoots. And I'd love to take a poll. This is literally how they spell it. Pebblelli, I don't know, but they say Pebbly, so that's what it is. But let's look at CopyMonkey first. So say you have, this is your Amazon listing, right? Pretty sparse, honestly. I was thinking, where are they getting those 23 ratings from? All they say is this: who's buying that product? Nobody, because they're not even talking about it unless it was something super popular and everyone knew about it. So you could take a listing like that, and what CopyMonkey does is optimizes for you. It helps you through keywords, get your descriptions out there, get your bullet points out there, and all these highlights. These are keywords that are going to help optimize and pull it up so that when somebody is searching for those keywords, you're going to show up in the first part of the listings for Amazon. And same thing if you had your site on your own website, you still need to search optimize those products. So let's take a quick look at how that would work. Once you logged into CopyMonkey, to start a new project, click Create New Listing with AI. Enter your product title. The product title is the most crucial part for ranking, so you may want to look at some of your competitors' Amazon titles for ideas, but don't overanalyze this part. You can always edit it later. Choose your country, then click Next. The AI goes through and looks for the most relevant keywords for your product. You can accept all of these or click on the X next to any of the keyword phrases that aren't applicable, and then click Next Step. Here, you want to define your product benefits and its unique features. So put in whatever information makes sense, plus consider the recommended features on the right here. Click any that are applicable. Then click Generate Listing. It takes a while for CopyMonkey to generate the listing for you, so this is sped up quite a bit. Once the listing suggestion comes up, take another look at some of the suggested keywords and add any that make sense for your product. The more keywords, the better, as long as they make sense for your product, of course. After adding any relevant keywords, click Generate Bullet Points to get new bullet points based on those keywords. And then click Generate Text to update the description. In the upper left, CopyMonkey shows you how optimized your listing is compared to how optimized it could be. In this case, I got 8.1 out of 10. So I know I could do a little tweaking to optimize this even further. Okay, so that's pretty cool for all of you guys who are doing e-commerce. Give them a try. And now we're going to jump. I told you this is fast paced. Boom, boom. Now we're going to go into Flare. Flare is one of the 2 programs we're going to cover that generates photo shoots, stylized photo shoots. And these are beneficial, again, with the caveat. I just keep thinking, man, this can be so amazing when they get it down right. It's a little hit or miss, but the potential is there. And I've done this for some things before, but it did take a while to get it right. So let's take a look at how that works. To get started with Flare, go ahead and create a new account, then sign in and click Create New Project. Normally, you'd upload your photo in the box on the left here, but for this tutorial, I'm just going to open the Assets folder and use one of the images they already have here. Then go into the Generate section and choose your product type. Now you can choose the background, the surroundings, and the other options. This way you can customize the way you want the image to look. You can select the placement of your product, like place it on rocks, on marble, on water, on grass, ice, so on. And then you can also select the surroundings, like you can choose bubbles, trees, flowers, petals. You can choose the background, like sunset, ocean, whatever you think is going to look best for your image. So I'm going to go ahead and select these options and hit the Generate button. Cool. I think it looks pretty good. Once you're ready to download the image, just click on download and there you have it. Okay, so that one's not too bad. I mean, that would be a tricky stylized shoot to do if you were trying to do something like that yourself. But I'm going to show you. So this was when I was very first trying it, probably about 1.5 years ago, but it's still, I don't know. They haven't gotten a lot better, I have to say. And I'm looking forward to when they do, because like I said, I see potential. So I took soap from my house. It's my new product, right? I'm selling soap, not for real. I just wanted something to use. And here's some of the things that came up with. So I can't remember what I chose for that. I wanted more of a studio shot is probably what I chose. And then I'm laughing because I'm like, this looks like salad that's been left out on my counter for, in the heat for an hour or something. So this is where I feel like they have room for improvement. This one's not too bad. I had told it I wanted an ethereal look and light shining on it, whatever. So that came out okay. This again, I mean, I feel like mostly it's the foliage type of things that they need help with. I'm like, who's choosing these plants? They don't look good. But let's look at another one, Pebbly, and how that one works. Pebbly is another AI platform for creating photographic product shots. You can sign up for free. This allows you to create up to 40 images per month. To get started, create an account and log in. You'll be directed to the homepage where you can click to upload your product image. Once your image has been uploaded, Pebbly will automatically, just like Flare, remove the background for you. If you're satisfied with the way your product looks, click Save Asset. From here, go to the Themes menu on the left and choose the type of background setup you'd like your product to have. I'm going to choose water and then click Generate. If you had a paid account, you could change the settings to generate only one image at a time. But while you're in the free plan, the program automatically defaults to 4 image generations. So basically, instead of 40 images, you're really kind of only getting 10 with 4 iterations each, but still pretty good deal. Okay, so here's all 4 of them. Of the 4 images generated, I think this is the one that looks the best. The sunset and the water match the colors on the product label, and the background has a nice ambiance. Now let's try another theme. This time I'm going to choose park bench and see what comes up. Okay, these are nice. I mean, they're not spectacular, but they're nice because think about if you're in a city apartment or you want to shoot something that's just out in nature or some other option that you have in this program. You just have the availability to not have to find your scene and then shoot it. You can pretty much just fabricate it, giving you some nice options. Okay, so with this program, at first I was really excited about it because I thought, oh, they're going to be better than Flare. And sometimes they were, and sometimes they weren't. Like, I didn't show you some of these. I don't even remember what I chose there, but I mean, I've done staged photo shoots for the wedding magazine I used to own. And I mean, they can be beautiful and they can be very time consuming. So I'm just hoping that there'll be a day where you can really choose the surroundings you want, move them, and then have it shoot as if it is a photograph. I mean, this looks like a photograph, but honestly, I could do that with my iPhone. But again, the benefit is maybe you don't have that availability for just the right scene, the background or whatever you want. And in that case, this can be very helpful. All right, here's a fun one. Let's do AI graphic design tools. So I've been a professional graphic designer for decades, and because of that, I am very indoctrinated to Adobe Creative Cloud, and that is the industry standard for professional designers. But if you are familiar with Canva, that's a good option. It's not nearly as powerful as Adobe Creative Cloud, but you may not need that power. You may just need something very simple. Adobe has an equivalent to Canva, which is Adobe Express. It's a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit cheaper, but Canva's only like 13 bucks a month or something. Used to be 10. I think they'd raised their prices. So we're talking, nothing expensive altogether. And the other thing with Adobe Creative Cloud is they have there's 20 programs, heavy duty programs. I mean, these are just the ones with AI. They have programs like I did, my graphic designer on staff did our whole magazine through Adobe InDesign, which isn't even on here. But so with Adobe Creative Cloud, it's like 60 bucks a month and you get everything. So it's a really good deal. I'm not here to sell them for you, but just to say, I'm only going to go into Adobe Creative Cloud because that's what I'm used to, but Canva does have some pretty cool stuff too. We're only going to talk about Photoshop and Illustrator. I pointed Express out just to tell you about Canva. I'm not going to go into all this other stuff, but I think Photoshop and Illustrator would be something that content creators, marketers for their business, for your business, those would be things applicable to you most highly. So this is Adobe Photoshop's home screen. If you want to learn more about them, just head over there. And let me show you some of the very cool stuff Adobe Photoshop can do with AI. Photoshop has many AI features that are simply amazing. In this video, I'll show you the ones I use the most. Let's use this image of a Volkswagen Beetle. I'll start by selecting the crop tool and I'll expand the canvas towards the left and the right. In the contextual taskbar, I'll click on the generative expand button. I can keep the text prompt area empty and let Photoshop use the background area for reference. When I click the generate button, Photoshop expands the canvas while adding the missing content. Now let's use Photoshop AI capabilities to add a surfboard to the top of the car. First, I need to indicate to Photoshop where I want the surfboard to go. So using the marquee tool, I'll draw an area to represent the surfboard plus a roof rack for it to sit on. Now I'll go to the contextual taskbar, and in the generative fill area, I will indicate to the AI what I want it to put there. Let's say roof rack and colorful surfboard. Notice how the lighting is appropriate for the placement with the shadow on the bottom of the surfboard and brighter light at the top. Now let's change the decor of the car to look a little more beach-like. Let's remove the peacock and put some beach umbrellas in its place. I'll outline an area loosely where I want the beach theme to go. By outlining the peacock loosely, it allows Photoshop to consider some of the surrounding content as it replaces the peacock. This time, in the generative fill area, we'll put beach umbrellas as the prompt, then click generate. This looks great. Notice how the umbrella image not only matches the artistic style of the vehicle, but also picks up the colors from the vehicle to use in the new illustration. Now let's remove the stickers in the car window. I'll draw a square around each of the stickers, and this time in the generative fill area, we'll leave it blank. Now that the generative work is done, notice how Photoshop has filled in the area with perfect reflections to replace where the stickers were. I have to say, I mean, I love Photoshop's generative fill. And I used to have a client years ago, and he'd always say, can't you just remove those cars from in front of the building and put the, fill it with building behind it? And I'm like, that's not how it works. But now it does. I think of him all the time. I mean, he used to ask me these things and I'd think, how do you think I'm like create an image that isn't there? But that's exactly what's happening now. All right, well, let's jump to Adobe Illustrator, and it also has some very cool AI stuff. This again is the homepage if you want to check them out. And let's see what they got going. In this overview, we'll look at some of the Adobe Illustrator AI features. Let's go to the start screen, and on the right sidebar, choose Text to Vector Graphic. We'll go to the Subject drop-down menu. From there, we can choose Subject, Scene, Icon, or Pattern. Let's choose Subject to get started. In the prompt, we'll type 1950s space bear. Click Generate, and it will generate us 3 space bear versions based on that prompt. If we change the settings to indicate we want more details, then regenerate, it will give us 3 more space bears, each with more detail than previously. You can see the regeneration has a bit more detail than the original one. Now let's put in space bear head. Click generate, and it gives us 3 space bear heads, each with different styles. But what if I'm not keen on the color of these bears? Let's bring in a poster with a color scheme that I do like. Click the Match Active Artboard Style slider to the on position. Now type the prompt again, 1950s space bear head. And now it generates the images using the color scheme of the poster. So what's cool about Adobe Illustrator, not that you're going to be doing space bears or space bear heads or anything, but logos, you could be like, depending on the company that you have, let's say you are a bakery, and you want a logo of a cupcake on a platter or something, that would be your prompt. And then if it chooses whatever colors, you could prompt it with the colors, or you can say, actually match something like this. And so it's very cool, the generative capabilities of Adobe Illustrator for things like logos and stuff like that. All right, we're not going to go heavy into the tools for social media, and that's because a lot of what social media tools used to be able to do, tools like ChatGPT can do for you, but there still are some things that certain AI tools for social media can do that ChatGPT just simply can't do. And that is, for example, well, let's go through some of them. Sprout Social, and they all can kind of do the same things, some better than others. So they're going to be able to, you create a post and it can shoot it out to all your different platforms. These are basically platforms that are social media management platforms. So whether you're on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you can manage it all on your platform here and see the analytics all through one platform, the posts all through one platform. But some of the other cool things they do, for example, Hootsuite, who does all that stuff I just said too, but they do social listening. And I don't know if you know what social listening is, but basically, if somebody's talking about you or your brand, you want to know. And you can't be in every place at the same time, certainly. So what this program does is it notices any mentions of you and will report to you. You're being mentioned on this page, you're being mentioned here. And that way you can either pipe in and be like, oh, thanks for the compliment, or join the conversation. Or you can, if you're being, they're not happy with you, you can come in and graciously support yourself or whatever. So that's what social listening is. So that's a pretty cool thing. And that's all AI powered. And then lately, what they do is they use neuroscience-driven AI to help you craft your messages by what's actually happening. So it looks at breadcrumbs, which means like what people are doing or what they were about to do or what things they're dwelling on most and stuff. And then they will craft the AI, and lately crafts messages that are most likely to convert for you based on the actions of what people who are working with you or looking at your pages or whatever are already doing. So there are some cool things that social media programs are doing in that regard. But also, we're going to jump into AI writing tools like ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you a couple things that they can do for you too. So here, there are a ton, by the way, of AI writing tools. These are the 5 that I have used and used the most. Now, I actually use ChatGPT and Jasper the most, and also Claude from time to time if ChatGPT, if I want another opinion, or if it's not handling it the way I want it to. I've used Gemini. Gemini is created by Google, and it's really good for searching for something. So say, for example, I was searching for a doctor for my husband, and I could have gone in the regular way with, like you do with Google, and do all your Googling, but with Gemini, you can just talk to it. So I can say, I'm looking for a doctor. We want them to be in the Phoenix metropolitan area, but they can be as far as all around the state, or even in California. We're willing to travel. We want the doctor to be skilled in this area, but we also want them to be knowledgeable about this. And like literally that's what I put in there. And we got the doctor that my husband now sees, because he had a very obscure type of thing going on. And so it way easier than actually Googling the old fashioned way. So that's what Gemini is good for. And then Perplexity, if you're academic, you're doing research, stuff like that. Here, I think I actually broke these down. Yeah, Perplexity, good for answering questions, research and exploration, summarizing content. So a lot of academia going on with Perplexity. And then Gemini, what I just said, it's just like a search engine power horse. It's really helpful. And all of these AI tools, including Perplexity, just all of them that I said, they can all do a lot of the same things. It's just that they happen to be better at one thing or another. Perplexity happens to be better at research. Gemini happens to be better at searching. So you can still search through ChatGPT, for example, or whatever, but you don't have to if you want to get really powerful. Claude is probably the closest to ChatGPT, and all of these you can get on for free, with the exception of Jasper. You can try them for free, but then you only get a limited amount. But you can be on the free plan with Claude, with all of them. And the downside, and there's not a lot of downside, I'd recommend doing the free plan. But the downside that there is that if it's busy, if ChatGPT is busy, you have to wait. Whereas if you're on a paid plan, you never have to wait, kind of thing. And there's other benefits. But so if you're on the free plan and you have to wait with ChatGPT, just jump over to Claude and use that one. So it's a nice ability to go back and forth there. Okay, and then Jasper. So Jasper, I like Jasper a lot because I do a lot of blogging and I want my blogs to show up search engine optimized. And Jasper is actually not just that. I mean, they're so much more than just that. They have templates, they have branding. There's a lot to them. I won't go into it. But for me, so I'm doing, say, this blog post, and I had to laugh because I noticed I didn't even notice this till I was done with this presentation, but instead of clicking the right keywords that I actually did use for this blog post, I clicked California insurance because I was helping my brother-in-law who lives in California. I was showing him how to blog with it and blah, blah, blah. So consequently, when I chose that one, it showed as a 16. You're supposed to be in the green. And no wonder it did, because this article has absolutely zero to do about California insurance. But it still helps me to tell you what you're doing over here is that it'll tell you, hey, you need to increase the amount of words, you need to increase your headings, you're good on paragraphs, you need more images, and then here's all the words you need to have in your article. And it's telling you this so that even as you're doing it, so you add the word health and the phrase health insurance in there, and you see this jig up a little bit. And as you're doing all these things, you don't have to do all of them, but as you're doing all of them, eventually you want to get in the green. And that's telling you that your blog post is optimized for search and more likely to come up when people are searching for the things that you want them to be seeing your article about, which is the whole point of blogging. You want people to read it. All right, so now let's get into ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you some of the cool things it can do. I could have shown you this with any of these other ones, but I think a lot of you are using ChatGPT and may or may not know that you can do some of these things. So if you're not on it yet, you go to openai.com and this pops right up and you can choose learn more. You can also slide all the way down and just try it right away. But the learn more is going to have you sign up for an account, and you should do that. You want to sign up for an account because it's free. But also then the AI starts learning you and you don't have to keep feeding it information. It already knows. You already asked it about that last week or whatever. And it keeps a log of all your stuff you're interacting with it on, so you can go back. So that's real helpful. Here's some of the things you can do with AI writers. These are all business related stuff I put together here. And I'm going to show you how to do some of them. So let's just jump right in. And this one is going to be, say you're, I think I did all these based on a bakery. You're a bakery, you need to do a video script. So you're going to ask the AI to do the video script for you. I say, I want you to create a script for 1 minute promotional video for a bakery shop. And, you know, we only use the freshest, best quality ingredients, blah, blah, blah. So it starts, it knows that I said I'm 1 minute promotional video. So it understands it needs to be 1 minute. It needs to be a promotional. So it goes in scene 1, opening shop to the cozy bakery exterior. And it even tells you the music it wants you to play. And then here's the script, you know. And then here's scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, all the way through to scene 10, which it has calculated to be the amount that you'll need for this 1 minute video. It gives you, you know, bakery bliss, where every bite is a blissful delight. Like it writes the whole script for you. And that happened in just an, you know, nth of a time. All right, this one is keyword research. Again, I'm the bakery, and I'm going to say to the AI, hey, I'm a bakery in Phoenix, and I want to make sure my website is optimized as possible. So we come up number one, give me the top 20 keywords I should have on my website. And then give me the best suggestions. I mean, give me suggestions for the best ways I can incorporate them. Like, where do I put these keywords now that you've told me? So it gives the 20 keywords, and then it gives incorporation suggestions on your homepage. You can put this one on your title tag. You can put it in your blog posts. So it's given you, you know, example in your product description. You could say our artisan bread is baked fresh daily in Phoenix. So in these phrases are the search terms or search phrases in there. I know I'm going fast, you guys, but I want to make sure we have time for questions. So this one is for social media. I'm saying I own a bakery. I want to create 10 different unique posts that I can schedule on Instagram this month. Please give me ideas of what I can do and what the wording would be. Keep the wording brief, because I like quick. I don't like long social media posts. So here we go. It's given me my 10 different ideas. I can do a behind the scenes baking thing. It tells me even the photo or video suggestion that I could use. And then each one has a caption created for it. New recipe teaser. You could do an ingredient highlight. You can do a staff spotlight. You can do a seasonal special, fun fact, customer review, a giveaway announcement. Now I say, you know, I'd like to do a blueberry pie special, but I don't have any blueberry pies. Can you create an image for me? I want it to be intricately designed. I want a crust on top, have blueberries surrounding the pie. I want the pie sitting on top of a table with a gingham tablecloth underneath it. So let's see what it comes up with for my blueberry pie. And it has all the elements. It gave me the gingham tablecloth. It gave me the view I asked for, a downward view surrounded by blueberries on a table. I mean, you guys probably know, especially if you're in the Facebook group, that I love doing AI images. They're just fun, and they're quick and easy to do. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get it right though. All right. So this one, I just want to show you that all the AI writing programs can do this. So I'm telling it to write a paragraph. I was just trying to get some content in here for it to write so that I can show you. Then I can ask it to change the language. So I say, I mean, it comes up with this paragraph, and then I say, convert it now to Spanish. And then just fluently away it goes. And ChatGPT knows at least 30 languages fluently, maybe more, and then a lot of other obscure languages, maybe not as fluently as it would, like French, Spanish, German, you know, English, whatever. So that's just kind of cool. And you remember the old where you could go through and say, hey, convert this from English to Spanish. You could do that for a while, but it wasn't really, they were just taking the exact word for the exact word, like the context wasn't correct, or it would sound kind of weird, like you weren't really speaking Spanish, say, correctly. But ChatGPT is going to say it in the correct way, so you don't have to worry about the linguistic flow. All right, now this is a bad review, okay? So say you received a bad review. I say, I received a bad review the other day. I want to reply to the customer with courtesy and grace, but I also want to be clear about our policy and guidelines. My reply to their complaints are this. So I give ChatGPT what my reply to their complaints are, and I'm also going to tell it, here's the complaint. You don't see that in there yet. So here we go. That was what their complaint was. I had fun writing that. I was the complainer. What? Who closes at 5 p.m.? So I was trying to be like a really grumpy customer and see what ChatGPT came up with. And, you know, as always, these kind of things are really, really good. If you're needing to write a letter, just put out there, here's what I want to say, here's the scenario around it, and ChatGPT does it really, really well. So thank you for sharing your feedback with us. We're truly sorry to hear about your recent experience and appreciate you bringing this to our attention. We understand that our operating hours might not be convenient for everyone. We open the doors at 6 a.m. We start early, preparing everything from scratch. I won't read the whole thing to you, but then it, it ends nice and gracefully too. Thank you again for your feedback and for being a valued customer. We hope to see you again soon and that your next visit meets your expectations. So it's just a nice, easy way to not only get it out there well, but get it out there well in a way that you intend. That's always the hard part sometimes is you're like, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining or whining back at the customer. I want to answer this really well. So it's good for stuff like that too. All right. And my little bakery here needs to do a press release. So I'm telling it, hey, we're doing a grand opening of our second store. Here's the date. I give it the relevant information. And then I say to it, use information I've previously given you about how we like to use fresh ingredients, etc. Like I don't have to give it all this information over again. It already knows because I've been asking it about it. So it comes up and it gives me the press release. But I was noticing, I was like, that doesn't exactly look like the press. It does look like the press releases that I'm used to seeing, but where's the heading? So I say to it, is this written in press release format? Which after I looked at it, it really was, it just was missing the heading. So I said, where's the contact information? If so, use me. I didn't even have to tell it my name. It already knows me because I've been interacting with it. And then I said, use this email, and I gave it an email. So it puts me as the contact and the email. Now this for immediate release, that's what I'm used to seeing. This I could just literally copy and paste and send it off to the newspapers or to the online reporting sites or whatever. So very helpful. And then one thing just to let you know, because this is how ChatGPT works, I had to say to ChatGPT, I wanted to, by the way, I should let you know that all the inquiries I'm posing to you regarding Bakery Bliss are for the AI tools webinar I'm doing. I'm just trying to show small business owners how they can use ChatGPT. I do not actually own a bakery. And the reason I'm saying that, and then I say, thank you for all this great output. I mean, I don't know. I really treat my AI like it's a assistant. But the reason I had to tell it, I don't really own a small bakery. This is just for this webinar, is because, and see how it says memory updated right here. I don't want it to think in the future that I do own a bakery. And then every time I ask it questions relating to something, it goes back and it's like, well, she does have that bakery. I want it to be like, understanding the context behind what we were doing here. All right, then this is our last one, AI tools for image creation. Discord is just a community. It's not a tool, but if you're real into AI tools or you want to get real into them, I mean, for image creation, Discord is going to be the community you want to join. And then Midjourney and DALL-E are pretty similar. The blueberry pie that we created, that image was DALL-E is from OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT and Sora. And so that's the engine that was used. And then Midjourney is another similar one. And Runway is more like everything. It's for making film and it's for images and just all kinds of things. I'm just going to show you a couple. So this is Runway. Okay, on this one, what I was doing here, there's a little video here I'll show you. I was taking images and Runway was, you've probably seen this on like TikTok or other social media where you can take an image and give it a little life. So the AI looks at the image and just gives a little life to it, which, you could do, say you're a bakery, right? You shoot your cupcake and I don't know what the cupcake would do, but it would give it some lighting or it would give it some vibrancy and life to the image itself. In this case, it's deciding that they must be walking. That's what it looks like they're doing. Yeah. So you can see how that works pretty cool. All right. And then jumping to Dolly, another really cool thing it's good for if you're thinking of doing a product, but you're not sure about the package design. You can go through and tell it what you're wanting to do and get some iterations. And, you know, these aren't iterations of the same product. These are just different iterations of a product that you might be creating. One thing to know about AI programs is a lot of times it doesn't get the words right. It'll spell them wrong, or it'll have like an extra line on the W or who knows what. So, but it's still very good for conceptualization and considering what kind of things, you know, how you might want to do your product. All right. This one goes on and on because I was enamored. This is the last one, but I was like, that is really pretty. All right, so this image I created with AI just to be the image where I want to tell you guys, how many of you guys remember the dawning of the World Wide Web, right? I'm sure a lot of us do. I remember, it didn't come on as fast as AI. It was just a gradual thing. I remember at the time I was working at a place that was doing, taking reservations for a in-person event. And some people were registering online, like 5%. And I was thinking, that is so weird. Like they're not calling us, they're just doing it online. So, gradually you get used to the World Wide Web, or the internet, as we say now, for sure. And I just want to say AI is going to be like that, where, if you didn't get on board with the internet at some point, your business went down. You're not going to really, and I can't say that right across the board. Everybody's going to be able to come up with something that didn't need to have a website. But in general, if you didn't have a website, that was a problem. Certainly a problem nowadays. And that's how AI is. And again, I want to go back and say, don't fret though, you can learn this stuff and you don't have to learn all of it. You just learn a little bit about what you need. And also your AI is helping you learn it. It's really very hands-off. So that's it. This is how you guys can get a hold of me. I'm going to answer questions now if you have any questions. And if we run out of time before all the questions are answered, you can certainly join. Here's that Facebook group link. If there's a question that would benefit everybody, I would probably do a video answer to you and post it there so everyone can get the benefit of the answer. So feel free to do that, or reach out to me through LinkedIn or my website or whatever. So Crystal, did we have, or Jane, whoever was going to?
Well, I just want to say, Terry, wow, this is so amazing. And I like what Carla put in the chat box. I agree with her. She said, my brain hurts.
Oh yeah, I know.
In a good way.
I felt like I had to apologize to people. I was like, I know this is going to be a lot, but
no, in a good way. So that's wonderful. But yeah, we'll all kind of look at the questions here. We probably won't have time for all of them, but
so I was keeping track of them. Some of them you might have to decipher just because of where they asked it in the presentation. They're in order of your presentation for the most part. So someone was asking if there's copyright issues with the images that AI produces.
Well, I have to say that is an ever-changing thing. There is no copyright issue law that's on the books in the United States. I don't know how I got this, everybody blown up on my screen all of a sudden. I was like, where are my slides? But to answer that question though, so there is, that's something, as you guys probably already know, that people are talking about all the time. But one thing that people don't understand really is how AI works. Okay. So there are some programs where if, it'll say, create an image and do it in the likeness of Renoir, or do it in the likeness of, whoever, whatever artist you want. And even artists, contemporary artists, do it the same as this one. So that would be a copyright questionable thing. for sure. But otherwise, these generative ones, basically what it's doing is just like you would do if somebody said to you, here's all the ways you can create an image, and here's like just fed you all the information of how to do it. Then when they said to you, go do it, you would generate it. It's like, so Chat GPT, I've mentioned this before, the GPT part is generative pre-trained transformer. So it's pre-trained on, here's all the stuff, here's all the things, now you go generate it. It's not taking like a piece of one image and a piece of another image and making it into your image. It's conjuring it itself. Now back to the Renoir or other type of artistry, that I could see could be questionable because you're copying their style straight out. So, but still there are no laws about it right now.
So many of the apps you discussed, like towards the beginning and throughout the presentation, are most of these free, or they're free to some extent, and then there's
Almost all
paying?
of them, yeah. And I meant to mention that more. I know I mentioned it a little bit on one of them, but almost all of them are free to some extent. I need to get rid of this view so I can see my my screen, my slides again, but oh well, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what I did. That's okay. So almost all of them are free to some extent. In other words, this is how most software works these days. They get you to try it, and you can have a less powerful version for free. So 11 Labs, for example, the voice cloning one, you get like 10,000 words a month for free before you have, not words, characters, small amount. But I did one client totally on free before I paid for that program. And I just needed to do more. I couldn't wait for the next month iteration. So that one I did pay for. Again, with in video, you can do the video, you just get the watermarks on it. All the AI writing programs are free. So in other words, almost everything that's on there, with the exception of, you can try Photoshop for free, you can try Illustrator for free, but at some point you have to pay for it. Adobe does have, I think, well, I can't remember, but some of their programs are just flat out free, totally free. But about 85% of these programs are free, and 15% you have to pay. You don't even get much of a free version other than to try it out.
Next question. So on that, I think they were talking about when you were messing with the voice and getting it clear and all that. Can you use your own voice?
Yeah. And did you hear me clone it? So I cloned my voice and played it back to you. And in one of the videos, I actually used my cloned voice. Halfway through, I switched to my actual voice. And you could tell, not so much because the voice sounded very different, but the microphone sounded different. I went from a professional sounding microphone to my laptop microphone. But yes, you can clone your own voice.
Is there any sources where we can learn about the best prompts to use? Is there some sort of compilation?
Yes. And I would say, go right to ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm going to make a video in general about this. I want you to help me with the prompt, or you could say, act as a video creator. You're trying to do a video about this. Whatever prompt you're trying to do, say to ChatGPT, I need your help creating a prompt. I've done that so many times. And it'll come up and fill in all the blanks for you of the things you may not have considered that you need to be telling it. I mean, you can look for companies, they'll sell you prompts, best prompt for this. Like when I was showing you those product, if you were doing a package for a product, the package design, there are companies that will sell you the prompt for how to create certain package designs. And they're like $5 or $10 or something. But honestly, I would just ask ask your AI, man, use it as an assistant who can do every single thing and say, how do we figure out this prompt? And if you really want to know if there are companies or places you can go that will help you with the prompt, ask your AI. If I want to find a company that will help me with the prompting, are there people who, are there groups, or where, point me in the right direction, and it will.
Someone was asking about the Chat GPT tool you mentioned, that it wasn't on your list or online. Can that one be shared?
ChatGPT is on the list.
No, it was the Soro. I found it.
Oh, Sora
okay,
is
sorry.
on, but yeah, when in there where I say to go to ChatGPT, you go to openai.com. That you can explore ChatGPT as well as Sora, as well as Dolly. So it's openai.com.
What time is
It is 11:06. That was my next question.
11:06.
Good question. All right, next question. Brianna was asking about, you were showing a tool that was integrated with Amazon, and she was wondering if that could be optimized on her website or other service pages besides Amazon.
Yes, so it's Copy Monkey, and it's not, yes, to answer your question, it's not like fully affiliated with Amazon only. The same concepts that are optimizing your product for Amazon are also the same things you need to do for your website. So you would go in and you would follow all the prompting that I showed you how to do, and then you just copy and paste those bullet points, that description, that title into your website descriptions. As far as it being integrated, you can go to Copy Monkey and see if there's an integration specifically like to WordPress, or maybe to, what am I trying to think of? Shopify, or any of the other ones, if there are integrations. So you go to copymonkey.com, look up integrations and see who they integrate with.
Will the Sprout or the Hootsuite content posted will be considered not virgin and punished by IG, Facebook, or TikTok, as it is not posted there first?
Not as far as my understanding goes. Now I'm a little biased on that because I don't use those kind of programs for my social media stuff. I like to, and I'm not saying don't do it. I just am a creature of habit, I guess. And I started to not use it because it used to be, the way they used to be is, so you would create your post, and then you would click, okay, post this on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and it would shoot out to all of them. But I'm not posting the same thing in the same way on LinkedIn that I am on Facebook. I might be a little more chit-chatty on Facebook. I might be a little more fun on Instagram. I might be a little more serious on LinkedIn. So it might be the same topic, but I'm approaching it in a different way. So that used to be the way they did it. Now there's a little more flexibility, and you can do that. But tons of people are using these programs. And as far as I know, I've never heard of you getting any kind of hit algorithmically or whatever from the different platforms for doing that.
Can you upload a current logo and have Illustrator perfect it?
That's a really good question. And you certainly you can certainly upload with Photoshop and have some stuff done, but with your logos, you want it to stay vector, which would be Illustrator. And it's certainly worth a try. I don't know. Now that would be a question that would be fun for me to explore and do a video recording and share with you guys on Facebook. Take a logo and say, hey, can you do this? Can you, whatever, if they want to share their logo, if they specifically wanted something done like that, we could see what it does. So basically what I would do is I would take the logo, place it, and see if I can ask the AI to do the changes if it recognizes it just because it's on the artboard. I'm not sure. That's a good question. It'd be fun to find out.
Would there be a risk involved in that where all of a sudden now that logo is pushed
No.
into
That's a
Okay.
good question.
AI
Yeah, so that was
history?
But no,
that's a
'cause
question
that's-
we have too, about taking
Oh.
information, so that you're typing stuff into the system. Now, are they taking that and using it for their,
no, not with these illustration type of programs. No, that's not how it's working. It's not educating from it's not taking your data and sharing with other people. You do with AI writing programs, you have to be careful with some of them, if not to put really proprietary information, or something you don't want to be made not public. It's not like it shares your information with the public. It's just that there are people even within the companies who can be looking at it for betterment of the program. There's different AI writing tools handle it differently, but I would never put anything really classified, let's say, in there, that you wouldn't want to have somebody see outside of your company.
yeah,
I heard where there's a setting that you can set and that says, don't share.
And first of all,
in Chat GPT or some of the other ones too, there's a setting that you can say, don't share my information.
Is that on the free version or the paid version?
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know.
it
the
would
other.
be on both for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, it's
I couldn't
actually on
see who
both.
was talking. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, who's talking?
oh,
Well, I'm
that
blacked
was
out
far.
because I didn't get dressed.
Oh. We're
All
off.
right, we have a few more questions I've captured from chat and Q&A, and then we'll open it up to hand raise. If there's any other people who have questions in the chat, we can do a few of those. Someone was asking, is there an AI that can edit or create presentations such as slides or create a written summary of the presentation?
There are. Darlene, you're shaking your head. Do you know? Do you use one?
I have clients that use them and I can't remember their names, but if you just Google, I need an AI tool that creates PowerPoints, you'll find
Or
them.
ask your AI?
Beautiful.ai is one of the top presentation AI
Yeah, I've heard of them.
platforms. I've used it quite a bit.
I've heard of them. Do you like them?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
I bet then you must like it.
Yeah,
Is it beautiful, Jane?
it's beautiful. Yeah. I'm not telling you which ones I did use.
I probably don't use it. I've tapped into Beautiful AI before and I wasn't impressed, but that's only because I like a lot of control over my presentations. Yeah.
I've also tried some data ones, like graphing ones, and it can get pretty technical going from the AI version to actually getting the data to how you want it. So
I recently did one in Canva and I looked at the templates and couldn't find anything even close to what I wanted. And I didn't even know it would do AI, and it generated like 5 or 6 different versions. And I picked one out that I liked, and then I could start editing it and adding slides and stuff like that. So I guess you'll see that next month.
Good luck.
Yes, please come.
Because I wanted specific stuff, and the AI was the only way to get a template that I wanted to then manipulate. So
Well, if you give us a little tip on how you did it at the beginning of your presentation,
I can do that.
I
Yeah.
think we'll have more people come. That we're always wanting to learn about AI too.
Yeah.
all right, next question. Can you use Chat GPT script in the video creator?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
And
then
I was going to say, some video creators have Chat GPT integrated into them because that's exactly what depends on the video that you're doing. Like, so when I showed you that one in video where I said, make a 45-second TikTok video, blah, 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 about the book or whatnot, you can give it the script if you want, or it will create its own script for you. Now, the caveat is I found out that the ones that do their own script for you flow a lot better as far as the AI voice. It sounds more realistic, whereas you give it your own prompt and you want it to say exactly that. Right now, it doesn't sound as realistic, but that's going to get better. just because of, you know, all they need to do is get 11 labs on board. But yes, to answer your question, you absolutely can do that.
On the photo shoot that you showed and demonstrated, how did you do the original picture with a black background?
I just shot the picture. Like there was one where it was, okay, there was the soap, the bars of soap, but then the other one was just a squirt, whatever it's called, of soap from my bathroom counter. And so I just shot the image and the program automatically removes the background for you. You upload the image, it says upload it from your desktop, you upload and whoop, off away goes the background. It just does it for you.
Can Microsoft Copilot create content and presentations similar to these programs?
Okay, I do not know. I am Macintosh all the way and not a Microsoft anything person. I mean, I know a little bit about the programs, but I couldn't answer that question.
What was the question again? Because I do a lot of this stuff with, but I'm a
My-
PC.
Can Microsoft Copilot create content and presentations similar to these programs?
Okay, that one I don't know. Sorry. Just thought I'd ask in case I could.
Yeah, you're definitely more Microsofty than I am.
Yeah, I
And
have
then-
all the programs. I just, Copilot I haven't used yet. I have a whole group that I work with. So if you really want the answer, I'll see if I can get it from the Microsoft people directly. So
Someone was asking about if you've heard anything about Sendable. Is it by far the best $29 investment in managing your social media marketing? And then Darlene had replied that she uses one called Radar, which is about $15 per month. Do you have any other suggestions besides Sendable and Radar for social media marketing?
I don't really. There's a lot out there. There's really, here's what I would do. I would again start with when I say start with your AI, you know, I think of if you're using ChatGPT, that's my main AI. That's the one I feel like knows me the best. I'm always interacting with it. And I would advise you guys to start doing that. Choose an AI. Not that I don't jump between some of those other writing tools. I call them writing tools, but they do so much more than that. And, get an account free. I just tell people get a free account. You don't need the pro. It's only $20 a month for pro, but I'm even, as much as I use it, I'm still kind of like, I don't know if it's worth it. Other than I can always be on. But start asking your AI stuff like this. Say, I'm thinking about getting a software platform that does this for me. Here's the things I want it to do. List all the things you want it to do. What's the best platform out there that will handle all those tasks and has the best reviews and has been out there for a while? Like throw anything you want into it. And then it will give you not only the feedback that you're looking for, but maybe some other things that you haven't considered that you might need to know about it.
All right, last question for the ones I have. Can you have a video of yourself and then use AI to do the translation into a different language?
Yes, you can. And probably one of the AI avatar ones that I was telling you about. I'm not sure if it would be able to take the whole video of you and translate it, but if not, I would be surprised. I bet you could. And so then it just changes the mouth movements, not like you do the whole video. So remember Maverick? That one did it. So that one you could change the language on it. So probably Maverick would be the one I would try first. You do the whole video. It's used to changing just the first name. So it may or may not work that way, but there's absolutely, I guarantee you, a program out there. It might not be one of the ones I've covered today, but again, pop that into your ChatGPT or whatever. Tell them, I want to make a video of me speaking, and I want an AI program that will automatically translate it and my mouth movements into a brand new video of me talking in Spanish, and guarantee you can do that. I just can't think of the program names.
Ask AI.
Yeah, that's what That's my answer to everything. Go into your AI. And I swear I ran across one though. I'm sitting here thinking, what was the name of that? I did run across one that could do that. I can't think of the name of it, and it's probably one of several. So ask AI and see what it comes up with, and ask it for links. So give me an example. I mean, give me, tell me, and also point me to them. Give me a link of where I can go and find that program, and it'll provide you a link and you just click it and go there,
Did anyone want to raise their hand and ask their question? Sometimes I know these questions can be really long to type out. If it's a little bit more specific, go ahead and raise your hand. We did have another question pop in the chat here. I heard ChatGPT is not good for blogs since March 2024. Is this true? Copy and paste is now punished by Google. Is that correct?
Well, Google says it's not, but I don't know that I would use, here's the thing. So for blog posts, one of the reasons I like Jasper is because I can write my blog post with the help of AI, but it's me writing. I'm not saying to ChatGPT or Claude or anyone, hey, write me a blog post and then copy and pasting it. Because what you're getting hit on isn't that you're copying and pasting it. It's that it can tell it's an AI written. There are certain nuances that AI does, and Google can tell that's just a copy paste of AI. Google wants your opinion. It doesn't want AI's opinion. It wants you. So if I'm writing a blog post and I'm using AI to help me out, I will say to it, here's what I'm going to write about. Here's in general what I want to say. Can you give me an outline of where I might begin? So, and then it gives me an outline. I look at the outline and I decide what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep. And then I'll go to, item number 1, and I'll say, I might say, give me an intro paragraph. In general, here's what I want to say. So I'm giving my opinion and my intention for what I want this blog post to be. And I'm guiding. I'm never being like, here's the whole thing, copy paste. It's a dance between me and the AI, and it's me writing, but wanting the AI to make it sound grammatically correct, to maybe give me other ideas or whatever. So I'm using the AI to help me like a writing assistant would, a junior copywriter or something, or a senior copywriter or whatever. But I mean, I'm using it for assistance, but I'm not expecting it to write the program. That's what you're being penalized for. Google can tell when you do that.
Thank you for that clarification. Robin, go ahead.
It wasn't necessarily a question, but Terry, I agree. When you talk nice, as I'm using ChatGPT right now, and when you talk nice to it, it talks nice back to you. I mean, it even called me by my name. I'm like, oh my God, I have this like little friendship going with my computer. And if you don't like what you've gotten, and you've gone through, and I finally just said, look, this is crap, right? And they go, oh, we're so sorry.
Yeah.
And then it seems to step up, and it's just phenomenal. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal. So thank you for all this. It's really been great.
You're welcome. I correct mine sometimes too. I'll be like, no, I specifically asked for this and you're giving me that. And I'm feeling a little frustrated because like we've done this 4 times. Can you not get it right? But I'm like not being rude. It's not even in my nature to be rude to a machine. But it will come back and be like, I'm so sorry, you're right, I didn't notice that. And so and then so you guide it and it does correct itself. It's just like it gets stuck on thinking, oh, this is what you mean. And you have to be like, no, I'm telling you clearly, I mean this. So yeah.
So we had another question come in. Do you need extra storage or computing power to do these things?
No, because it's all on the cloud. It's all cloud-based.
I see some people have named their ChatGPTs. That's awesome.
Sophia.
That's great.
I love that.
I don't put question marks in when I ask a question. Is that okay?
Well, that's a good, I'm glad you asked that question. I was just gonna say, that's a good question mark. You really should. Because
Really?
I asked and I said, does it matter if I put question marks in or not when I'm asking you a question? And it said, yes, if you could put the question marks in, that's helpful for me to clearly understand the context of what you're saying. And so I do put question marks in. It will answer your question without them, but it told me that it's very helpful if you can put the question mark in so that they know clearly you're asking a question. So
All right. I'm back to using question marks.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, we have about 5 minutes left, so I think I'm going to turn it back over to Jane to do some wrap up.
Yes.
So
listen,
thank you everyone
Thank
for
you.
all your Q&A,
Thank-
and you have Terry's information. So if you have further questions or felt like you didn't get something answered, I think Terry told herself that she was going to do that video and maybe post it to Facebook, kind of showing an example of that one demo. So look
Yeah, and
for
if you
that.
guys have questions, again, first join the Facebook group, or if you're not on Facebook and that's not convenient for you, you can ask me directly through any other way, LinkedIn or my website or whatever. And I'll answer the question. My goal would be to answer it for everybody so that we could all benefit, unless the nature of your question isn't one that would be shared, but feel free to ask.
Oh, this has been great. Do we have the Facebook link in the chat box? Maybe I don't know.
I will drop it again.
And what's the name of our group, Terry?
It's SCORE Women in Business.
SCORE Women in Business. And look at us. We're here to help. And Terry, this was amazing. And she volunteers her time. We all volunteer our time. We're here for you. So please join us with networking, learning more AI, and who knows when the next one, next Zoom meeting is? Who can tell me that?
Thelma can tell you.
I can tell you.
All right.
I figured you were asking, the crowd if they
I
heard.
was. Tell us when it is.
16th of August.
Yes, we need you to come.
From 9:30 to 11:30, just like this one was.
And the free code to save your $5 that you can pay
VIP 15. I'm sorry. I don't remember.
VP free
VP
five.
free 5 free.
Five.
There you go.
And no caps.
No caps. All lowercase.
You can pay that $5 to some AI thing. But that'll be fun because we'll be in groups of 3.
Just so you know, we put the $5 on there because we wanted to, get committed. You committed to come because we really want to have enough people to do the networking, because we're going to actually do like a free flow of the networking. 3 or 4 times, Zoom you into different breakout rooms, and we need enough bodies for that. So if you're gonna, please come. If you sign up, please come, because we need your bodies there and your know-how and your ideas and your feedback.
Yes,
So.
and the next big one is September 20th. We need you to sign up for that soon because it will fill up and it'll be fun. Great speakers. So thank you, Crystal, Darlene, Thelma, and especially Terry. I can't imagine how much work you put into that, but wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I can see lots of clapping out there. So we had
nice.
fun.
Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
Blackout.
Trying to
Good.
see.
Good luck, everybody, with your business, your work, whatever you're doing.
Yes, Tisha, that will be
yeah.
camera ready for 8/16.
We wanted you to be face to face.
Oh yeah, camera ready. Yeah, yeah.
No blackouts, no little images. So you're gonna have to show your faces on this one. Not during the lecture part. But during the networking part, please plan to be able to be in the room and in open. So
Okay, smile.
There's Charity. No, I'm sorry. Oh, there's Christine.
Have a great day, everybody. We're going to sign off. I think we're good.